Hey everyone, welcome to another episode or video of my video blog. Today I have to talk about a very kind of bullshit situation that I'm being blamed for, that is bullshit, and it's silly situation. Alright. Today, before my mom went to pick up her soon-to-be husband Ron, she told me each and every day, this house should be clean. And I'm like, you're right. And she's like, I want you to sweep the floor. I want you to do the dishes and take out the garbage. And I'm like, okay, Dylan should do some of that too because he needs chores in his life. So she's like, okay, he can take out the garbage. I'm like, okay. Come 5 o'clock, I'm like, okay, done playing video games. Gonna go do the chores now. And halfway of sweeping the floor, I looked at the garbage and I'm like, I could do the garbage, but it's Dylan's chore, so I'll tell Dylan to do it. So I go by the stairs, I yell, Dylan! And he's on his music. And I went and Dylan again, trying to get his attention. And eventually he came down, he's like, what? And I'm like, you have to, Mom wants you to empty out all the garbages around the house. And that's it. And simple job, right? Really simple. Because I'm doing all those other jobs. So Dylan comes downstairs, he gets a big black kitchen bag from the kitchen garbage, and he begins to tie it, and begins to go outside to put in the bin. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? She's like, putting this in the bin. And I'm like, well, don't do it. You need to get the garbages from upstairs and the garbage in the bathroom here. And he's like, well, I'll just get another bag for that. And I'm like, no, that would be a waste of the bag. And I know Ron gets a little testy over his garbage bags. So I'm like, no, you untie that, then you get another bag. It's like, no, I'm gonna get another bag. I'm like, no, you do that, but he proceeded to put the bag in the bin. So he then like, well, if you want to do it right, why don't you do it? And I'm like, well, I'm teaching you so you know how to do it right, because what you're doing is doing it wrong. And so I took out the bag, I untied it, and I placed it in front of him, and I'm like, there you go. Now to get the garbages from upstairs and down here. And he's like, okay. So he took the garbages from upstairs, and I was finishing up sweeping, and he goes out the front door, and I'm like, really? As I'm looking at the garbage from the bathroom downstairs, which is full. And he comes in through the front door again, and I'm like, you forgot the garbage are here. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, so then he was trying, then he's like, just get another bag. And I'm like, really, Dylan? I got like a little thing, there we go. I got like a little thing on my foot, anyways. Continuing the story. I'm like, Dylan, no, you don't, it's just a little bit of garbage. And he's like, well, okay. Then then the garbage bag he had, that was already full with garbage, but not all the way full. It was back in the bin tied. And me, I'm getting a little testy. I'm like, really? Really? It's common sense. And so I took the garbage out again, and I'm like, alright, untie this again. Then he put the garbage from the bathroom in the garbage again. Then we put both of the garbages from the garbage, from the garage garbage in there, and we put that in the trash bin. Well, he put in the trash bin. And then, and here's where it gets interesting, people. So I'm like, okay. Now I go upstairs, not upstairs, I went in the kitchen doing dishes, and as Dylan comes through the garage door and going upstairs, I asked him, hey, Dylan, you need to put garbage in the bin right here in the kitchen bin because there was no garbage bag in the garbage bin in the kitchen. So I'm like, hey Dylan, you need to put a bin in the kitchen. No answer. So I'm like, hey Dylan, you need to put a bag in the kitchen. No answer. And I know damn well he can hear me because he's not even up the stairs yet. He's turning around the corner to go upstairs. And so I'm like, okay, hey, Dylan! And no answer when he's up the stairs. And I'm like, Dylan! Because it started to make me mad because he was ignoring me and he knew that he was ignoring me. And still nothing. So I'm 29 years old. I'm a full-grown adult. And I'm being talked down to by a 14-year-old child over a chore that needs to be done right. So, without getting mad, I went in the garage, grabbed the black garbage bag, I went all the way upstairs. He's on his laptop. He's watching some boat fucking YouTube thing. And so I place the bag on the monitor and I'm like, hey Dylan, put the bag in the garbage downstairs and put the lid on top of the garbage. Alright? And don't ignore me ever again. This is your job, your chore. Alright? Then he got mad. He's like, get out of my face. I don't fucking care. Get out of my face. I'm in a bad mood. Get out of my face. And I'm like, okay, I'll do the job. And he's like, no, I'll do the job now. No, I'll do the job. And I'm like, okay, do it. No, I'll do the job later. I'll do the job later. And I'm like, no, then give me the bag now. And he's resisting. And I'm just like, all right, if you want to do the job, then do the job. And he's like, get out of my room. I stepped outside of his room so he can still see me. I'm like, okay, do the job. Made sure he did the job, not now, not later. I made sure without yelling at him. And so, not 2 minutes go by as when he was back up in his room, he's like, he calls my mom. And my mom's super overprotective. And she's calling me, leaving me voice messages, leaving me text messages, saying, don't yell at your brother. If your anger gets out of control, I'm gonna lose him forever. I did not yell at him. The only way I would assume that I did yell at him was when I was trying to call his name for the 4th time when he clearly heard me and was ignoring me when I wanted him to put a bag in the kitchen garbage bin. I did not yell at him. I did not. Was I irritated? Fuck yeah. Because it's common sense, as my mom would say. But no, I did not get mad at him. I know how to control my anger. That little thing, that's not anger, that's just stupidity what went on there. And stupidity and kind of bullshit. And no, I'm not angry. I'm irritated because, one, he doesn't respect me. He ignores me. He's a teenager and I will understand that. to my mom when she was calling. I'm like, are you going to listen to my side of the story? She was keep on talking as I was saying that. Keep on yelling at me. And I'm like, give me the phone to Ron, because Ron will just be like, okay, Brad, what's up? And I'll tell him the situation. But, apparently everything I try to do nicely blows up in my face. I'm not getting angry. Mom, I have tinnitus or tinnitus. I have tinnitus in my ears. Constant ringing, nonstop, never goes away. It's hard for me to hear. Really, really hard. Okay? Now, I'm sorry, but right now, I'm not yelling. No. This is me talking in a nice, calm voice. But I am not going to be talked down to by a child again. And little side note here, when he was mad, he's like, well, at least I'm not 28 and still living with my mother. That's a loser. Dylan, please. I'm walking each and every day. I'm getting my back straightened out really well. I'm getting muscle tone back in my arms by lifting that warp jug like 300 times a day. I am waiting for disability. If I did not have disability, then I would be probably fucking working right now. He has no right to say that to me when I'm doing everything I can to get on with my life. But you know what? It's not gonna bother me. He's not gonna bother me. I'm gonna let it slide. He's a teenager. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Alright? But yeah, that's a bullshit situation that I have to deal with. So yeah. Yeah, I have to deal with that now. I have to deal with my mom probably gonna yell at me again as soon as she gets home. And then later tonight I'll just talk to Ron and tell him all about it. Or you know what, Mom? Watch this video, because if you don't have like 13 minutes to listen to my side of the story, I'm sorry. Okay? But no, I did not yell at him. I did not get mad. I didn't do any of that. Scout's honor. Okay? Have a good day, guys. Keep on smiling.